Right, everyone. WeaponCollector here. Right, Paul. Yeah, first. Nice one, mate. Tactical. Right, mate. Right, so I'm just going to set up how I want it. If anyone's rewatching this, I'm just going to put a quick advert on for the people who want to support. Most people who come on in know how to support if they want to, but there's people who don't. Someone put the support link in the chat for me, and the link is also in the top of the description of the video. So I'm just going to set up how I want this while that's running. See you all in a minute. If you want to get the link up, just put exclamation mark support. All right, I'm back. There you go. Did the link pop up? If the link hasn't, I don't know if it's popped up yet. If the link doesn't pop up, just look in the description. It says donations. So who's on? Paul, Zed, Brieffire, Alex Saint, and the Shark. Oh, Persia. You right, mate? And Lord Flash Shark just joined. Yeah, oi. What have you lot been at then? I ain't been up to much today. Been a weird day today. Look after my niece and nephews Friday afternoons while their mum and dad are at work. I did have a funny swearing fucking fit earlier in front of them. Not funny, probably wasn't funny for them. I wasn't swearing at them, but I thought I'd hurt I was doing something and I thought I'd re-hurt my stomach. And what I was doing, I ended up swearing so badly. I'm sure I said cunt twice in front of them. Normally, if you swear in front of them, they sort of tell you off. I swore so many times, they'd sort of given in and just sort of stood there listening to me ranting on about broken chair. Poor fucking kids. 83 air gunner, you right, mate? T2. Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. A little bit tired, but I'll wake up in a minute. Just need a coffee, that's all. And I've got a nice black coffee in front of me. But yeah. So most of it's just everyone saying, like, oh, Nightbot's finally posted the donations thing. Brieffire said, give me 5. We need to get some coffee. There you go. I've just got some. How's your leg now, Zed? Getting better? All flash. I had a long shift today, knackered, sitting, having a few rums, sparking, sharpening the boat seat on a whetstone. Nice one. That sounds like a nice way to relax to me. I'd be having something other than rums. I bought myself some booze, though. It will be coming for next time I have a drink, maybe on a live stream. But I bought a couple of things I've always wanted to try. So and also, if you buy enough, sort of, I buy miniatures because I can't afford to buy full bottles of shit. You might not even like it. So I bought some miniatures. I bought my standard bottle of vodka. I bought myself because I've had a sip of it once years ago, and I thought it tasted lovely. And I want to be able to say, at least I have drunk a bottle of it. Bought myself a bottle of Baby Sham, a big bottle. And I also got some Calvados. What else did I get? I got quite a few unusual drinks I've never tried. Brieffire, get permission, Saint, never poach. Oh, you're saying nothing really, want to go hunting, but don't know any land I can go on. Yeah, definitely get permission. Zed said, just watch The Fifth Element again. After failing to find anything new, I wanted to watch a Netflix. Oh, I do that. You're not watching the same things, don't you, Zed? Khalid said, love from Manchester, England. What's your favourite weapon? Knuckle dusters. I love brass knuckles, mate. Jim M, you right, Jim? I said hello. Wait, if you're gonna didn't I? All right, mate. If I didn't, Persia said, how is everyone this evening? Said, yeah, the leg is slowly getting better. That's good to hear. Tap said, saw the grandson today, first time since 2000. Ah, fucking hell. Well, nice one, Tactical. That's good to know. Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, that must be a nightmare. Khalid said, are those air pistols? Yeah, a bit of everything. That's a banner covering up what's really there because you have to be careful on live streams. Here's a little video. Right, watch this. But yeah, the stuff that's there is really there. But I cover it up with a banner because you're not really allowed. There's certain things you have to be careful on live streams nowadays. Paul said, I sometimes enjoy buying new boots. Yeah, I'll tell you what else I got in a minute, Paul. Yeah, I like to try things. It's nice to be able to say you've tried certain things. I've never tried Calvados, so I thought I'd get some of that. What else did I get? So I got a bottle of Baby Sham anyway, because I thought that'd be, something different. So I got a bottle of vodka. Oh, Underberg Digestive, which is a 44% Jägermeister type drink, I think. Yeah, Baby Sham 75 centiliter 1 centiliter. Chateau de Brule Pays d'Orgue Fine Calvados, which is a brandy. Fireball Cinnamon Liqueur, which is 33%. And they gave me for free Luxardo Limoncello, which was like 26%, I think. Yeah, just something to try, and it's something different. And then at least you can say, I have tried Calvados, I have tried this, I have tried that. Quite dear, though. You'll be surprised how much little miniatures of expensive booze is. But it's a good way. If you want to try some expensive booze, you might as well just get a fucking miniature of it. And then if you like it, you could... Because some of them bottles, some of them Calvadoses and that, they'd be 50 quid for like a 70cl bottle. The trouble is I already have the DVDs of most of the good films. It's same here, Zed. Same here. Alex said, no, Mike, you'll probably get smashed off his tits on snowballs. Maybe. Yeah, I've only ever had a sip of. It was when we used to go down to our local, what we used to call the beer factory. I think it was just where they used to pile off the old crates off the lorries that was left over. But you'd sneak into the beer factory through a hole in the fence. And there's cameras, but you could slide down the side. But I suspect now the cameras either weren't real or no one was watching them. You'd slide down the side, grab a crate, run out. And after time, you'd run out and you think, oh, fuck me, I've got a crate. And it's all fucking caliber. But one time, we did find one bottle of Baby Sham. And we was all having a little swig of it. And I remember having a swig of it and thinking, fucking hell, that is lovely. I always wanted to try it again. It's probably fucking shit, so it's like 6%, but yeah, I just wanted to try it. You all right, Eric? How you doing, mate? Good to see you on. Paul said that fireball is nice, mate. Oh, nice one, thank you. But yeah, I'll let you know what I think when I get it. Pete, you all right, mate? Zed said, Jim, it's taking its bloody time about it, though. That's his leg. General Servo said, what fuckers, or feckers. That's good news, isn't it, Jim? Mind, I was looking forward to singing Zed the Peg. Oh, don't. Yeah, I'm glad your leg's getting better, Zed. Alex Saint said, I heard some people would nick barrels of Guinness from parked trucks. Fucking alcoholics. Yeah, exactly. Well, we probably would have done something like that if we could, D2 said, looking forward to tomorrow. My granddaughter is 2. I'm looking forward to jelly and ice cream. I haven't had it for 40 years. Can't wait. Then back home. In reality, it's. Well, I hope you have a good time, mate. It was my nephew's birthday 2 days ago. I think Thursday. So we had like a little kids' party here, and there's all balloons still all in the front room and that. And yeah, good fun, really, isn't it? Nice to have a bit of a party for the kids, isn't it? I think it was Thursday. Anyway, because I was round here again yesterday till half 10 or later. But yeah, I've not been up to much. The last film I watched, because of my stomach, for those who don't know, so I can't talk. I found out beginning of this year, I hurt myself, but I never knew what I did. The doctor now reckons I probably ripped my stomach muscle, or one of my stomach muscles. You know what I mean? Because it's obviously you got loads of muscles in your stomach, haven't you? Oh, fucking hell, Flazzy. Flazzy's just donated. Thank you, Flazzy. I massively appreciate that. Let me just go on to the thing, see if he's left a message. I'll carry on about my stomach. Anyway, yeah, because of my stomach, it keeps coming back. It's come back like twice this year. So I've been trying to be very careful. He said, money towards the booze. Thank you, Flazzy. That's actually covered about half of it, and I'll be honest with you. Fucking, not that I'm moaning, but it did make me skint, so thank you, Flazzy. Here you go. Talking about enablers. No, I wouldn't say that. Yeah, because of my stomach's been hurt and I've been trying to go easy. I don't even remember why I was saying that now. But it means I ain't been doing fuck all. You know, I thought I flared it up today. I had to pull out an armchair to fix one of the arms. It was a fucking recliner armchair with a motor in it, so it was quite heavy. You know, not that heavy, but heavy. It's heavy if you got an injury. That's why I was swearing so much today. If you heard me saying about swearing in front of the kids, I said cunt at least twice in front of them. Airgun said, Mike, do you buy any monthly magazines revolving around sports equipment? I used to. I honestly did used to. All the time I used to get Airgun magazines and that and Gunmart and that. And then when I stopped having the money for it, I couldn't afford it. But for a while, yeah, I actually had subscriptions, you know, like year subscription to them. But yeah, I used to get a lot of magazines. I used to get things like Loaded and have proper subscriptions, Bizarre. But I'll tell you what, and PlayStation magazines. But I'd managed to get quite a few subscriptions for free by going on. There used to be this like those survey type places where you get surveys, you do surveys, you get money. But some of them they do credit for other things, and some of it was credit for subscriptions to magazines. But no, I don't anymore, mate. Alex Saint says, surprised you didn't give him a Bowie for his birthday. Oh, what? Yeah, my nephew. Hey, not quite old enough yet. Although some people would say he is. He's 8. Irishman, my great grandmother used to drink Baby Sham. I remember tasting it when I was a kid and thinking it was nice. That's it, Irishman. That's exactly what I thought. So I thought I want to try it again. I want to know what it really tastes like. Yeah, because I've had it as a kid. Sherry was another one. Used to get that off my nan. Bit of sherry. Used to fucking love sherry. And then one year I did get a bottle of sherry. Drank the whole thing in one night. Zed said, I do wish it would hurry up about it. I can tell you that. It's bloody annoying. I bet it is, Zed. I can feel your pain running through my stomach. Tat said, Baby Sham reminds me of Christmas. As a kid, I was allowed a little bottle of it with my Christmas dinner. That sounds excellent. Fladzy said, is the delivery time long for the booze? It probably won't be this time. In all honesty, I don't know. Let me look quickly. I'll see if I can see. But last time I bought some, it was before Christmas. And it did take nearly a month. No, I think it was like 3 weeks. This one should be... I'm going to see if it says. I can track and trace it. Or track and chase, as they call it. But I think it'll be here not long anyway. Yeah, sometime next week, I reckon. Jumbo Sound Booster, I used to get Combat, Fangoria. Yeah, Fangoria. I never had that on subscription, but I did used to get Fangoria. Fangoria was great. Stokey, right, mate? Paul said, I used to only buy PlayStation magazines when they had the cheat code book. That's it. Oh, my God. I've still got a fucking pile. And I was going like, ain't that big. It's like that big of fucking computer game bloody, cheat books. In fact, I have so many of them, I started using them for crossbow or pellet tests. Because really, you don't need them anymore because of the internet. They used to be really... I used to keep them because they was handy. It was handy before the internet, but yeah. Airgun said, Airgun, well, still pretty good value, £4.50 each. Not bad for a magazine these days, and you get a free magazine with them at Tesco's. Ah, nice. Yeah, I used to get all of that. I've still got quite a few, but I can't really afford them now, sadly. Alex said, nice booze where you can't taste the alcohol is dangerous, at least. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. When it's just a lovely drink, you know what I mean? So I think Mike has got me banned from my local Sainsbury's chemist. Now, what have you been doing? What have you been asking for? D2's a tactical pirate. Reminds me of Christmas too. My granddad gave me and my little brother a bottle each. Weird troll on. He said he'll blame me anyway. You're going to have to tell us why you've been barred, Zed. 83 I to remember the days of getting game demos. That's it. Yes, I remember that as well. Yeah. I've still got a pile of them bloody discs as well. I always was allowed a tiny glass of sherry or port when I was a kid. Yeah, good old days, isn't it? John Saber said, "Oh yeah, I used to get max power just for the modded cars, not for the boobies." Honest. I'll be honest with you. I'm surprised I didn't have a fucking subscription to a porn magazine, but I never did. Let's just go in the local corner shop for that. When I was old enough to finally buy them. Otherwise, it was find them down the woods. Jake, you right, mate? Oh, from Ontario, Canada. Nice one. Good to see you on. It's always nice to have, people from all over the world on. Come on, Ed, you got to let me know why I've got your bar from your local chemist. Or I missed something. Stokey said, "Need help. I had police literally smash my door, take all my knives today. What I've collected with slingshots. I've told me I can't have them back. Is there a way I can get them back? Is that all legal?" Well, it's not. And did you get have you been yeah, that's not right. Well, unless you've committed some kind of crime, then technically they sort of can. But you should be able to get them back if they're legal. You'd have to give me a little bit more info. I don't know if you want to email me, Stokey, but that ain't right. No, they can't just... Why did they come around your house? I used to get magazines, War Machine and the Elite. I've heard of them too. Hedge porn, finders keepers, exactly. Although I suppose it was technically finders keepers, but it was I think they was getting rid of them anyway. So, but yeah, still finders keepers, isn't it? There's a part one. I went there to get a couple of things. I went up to the counter and a fella glared at me, told me there was a queue. I looked around and finally found it. Right, I'll carry on when he You all right, John? How you doing, mate? Jake said, "Been doing great, keeping myself busy with the weapon collection, doing tests with them, and also testing fireworks from all over the world." That sounds interesting, mate. Very interesting. Nice. Yeah, I suppose where you are, you can you can do that without having any issues. You could do that over here, but you'd have to be careful with what you're doing because it can be sort of interpreted in certain ways. If you're doing it in a certain way, you have to be careful. So Zed said, he finally found the queue and it's pointing away from the counter. I said, that queue is facing the wrong direction. So how is anyone supposed to realise it's for this counter? Why is that? You right, Terry? How you doing, mate? Yeah, Stokey, let me know a little bit more information and I might be able to tell you what's going on there. But if you've got about £500,000 spare, because if you have, you might be able to get them back. And I know that sounds terrible, but I've known someone to have the same issue. They got convicted of a reasonably serious offence, had all their stuff took off them, including legal weapons, was told if they wanted them back, they'd have to go to court because they'd been convicted of something. And it would have cost £500,000. But the person couldn't afford it, so just had to let it all go. You should be able to get them back. Be persistent. Get yourself a solicitor. You may have to get yourself a solicitor, Stokey, but you should be able to get them back if you've not been committed of any, if you've not caused any actual crime and not been convicted of anything. But the only problem is you probably have to get a solicitor. Jake said, "I need a special permit for certain weapons I have and certain fireworks too. But I live out in the country, so fireworks and firearms noise is not a problem. My neighbours are all aware." Yeah, that's good. That's good, mate. Stark, how you doing, mate? Yeah, a bit of a nightmare, Stokey, but I would keep getting hold of them because that's not really a fair thing. You have to be very careful nowadays, even if you ain't doing anything fucking illegal. Yeah, you might have to keep ringing them up and saying, "We'll see if you can just ring a solicitor and ask their advice And even if they can't, even if they say you can't have back, tell them I don't think that's true, because you haven't committed any crime. So they can't take a load of legal stuff off you if you haven't actually committed any crime. Now, if you had committed a crime, that's a slightly different story. And I may be wrong anyway, but I'm pretty sure you can get it back. Stokes a brill, not being done for anything, so keep at them. Yeah, keep going at them, mate. Tat said, Merch, don't be an arse by weapon collector glass. Exactly. Look at this fucking beautiful thing. As Jim says, you'll have women falling at your feet. I ain't even cleaned mine. Still got fucking beer foam in it. And that's my fault, is it, Zed? That's my fault. Fuck's sake. Yeah, I'm not an expert on it, Stokey, but I just know experience of a couple of people I know who've had the same issues. I'll have to do that, Tactical. You have to remind me off of stream. But by the way, Tactical, thank you for sending me that thing. I massively appreciate that, because that's actually genuinely something I've always wanted to I've always wanted one of them. So yeah, you notice I said straight away anyway. Thank you, mate. No, but I wanted to say like properly, thank you. Timbo got hold of me today. Oh, I don't think part 3 came up, Zed. Part 3 never came up for us. I don't know if it had a swear word in it or anything. Yeah, it never came up. You got part 2, and then part 3 never came up for us, Zed. Have a look at the words, make sure there's not certain. There may be a word in it that's not letting it show. If you think it's any word you think I might have had to block, either put a space in between it or something. Jake said Canada is strict with certain weapons. Definitely can't own anything that explodes except fireworks, of course. 83 air gunner said, I feel for you, Stokey. I'd be devastated if all my collection got seized. Yeah, it'd be gutting, wouldn't it? Gutting. Alex Saint said, I'd say hand guide books for firearms are begging for the police to nip you, even though they're legal. Well, it depends what kind of book. If it's got anything where it's, obviously showing you how to make something, then yeah, it definitely would be. But you do have to be. It's a hard one to sort of explain. You know what I mean? Because it is legal, but it can be used against you if they think you're doing certain things. Tell you what, Zed, if you quickly just email me, I'll just put it on if you want, or put it on as a comment on one of my videos, and I'll quickly cut and paste it and put it on here. Yeah, I reckon there was a word in it that made it not show. It never came up. Stokey was all pocket knives, non-locking, and all under 3 inches. And then I had 4 to 5 tactical knives and 2 slingshots. Not worth much. Yeah, that's all legal. That's all legal. It should not be. Yeah. You should be able to get that back. You just have to keep going on at them. Because you've not even been convicted of a crime. Talk to a solicitor. Tell them you've not committed any crime and they've just come into your house. John said I'd be ready to fight over mine, even though it's a few beat-up guns and some old shaped knives of quality. Alex said, if you must have them lying around your house, then they'll definitely seize them. If they're properly displayed, then I don't see. Well, I don't understand it, in all honesty, Alex Saint, because I don't know. It's a difficult one to even talk about without knowing everything about what's going on, really. Every little bit of the thing. But I doubt they'd be lying around, but I know what you mean. UK Lion, you right, mate? And he said, what's your favourite PlayStation 4 game? That's a hard one to say. Maybe this. Or, yeah, maybe this. I like the Metal Gear series in general. I do also like Red Dead Redemption. I'll be honest, there's loads, but I like them for different reasons. I played Control recently and fucking love that. Oh, did you really, Zed? Oh, that's why it didn't come up. Oh, so Zed said to the people in the chemist,
"What, are you retarded?"
Fuck's sake. No wonder then. Yeah, and you can blame me. I'll take that. I'll accept that. Well, the only problem, yeah, I'd kick off if they tried to seize my shit. You'd probably definitely never get it back then. It depends, because if you can get your stuff back, a lot of it depends on how you act. You know what I mean? If you commit some kind of crime while they're in your house, like assaulting the police, you'll definitely not get it back then, and they'll have a reason to keep it. Jay said, recently ended up hurting myself by not paying attention to where I had the stock of my high power. Broke my collarbone. Did you really? Fucking hell, that's quite a serious accident, isn't it? Fuck's sake. Pete said, they don't need to be on display. Just not baseball bat machete. Well, that's it. By the door, exactly, Pete. But the reason they changed the laws was so that they could seize the illegal weapons that people have. But still, there's nothing. It's perfectly legal to have in your own. If you're not, even if you, to be honest, even if you do commit a crime, it's. I think they try it on, and people don't know what is what, and then they let them take them, and then don't try and get them back. But you can. But I wouldn't say I'm an expert on these things, though. But I know they'll make it as difficult as they can, and you may need to get a solicitor. And you won't get a duty solicitor, a free solicitor for it, because it's more of it's hard to explain, but it's not classed as like a criminal thing, if that makes sense. 83 Airgun said they'll probably say something like, we seized them to prevent any future crimes being committed. That's it. That is one of the things they say. But if you've not committed any crimes, then they can't really say it. But yeah, they will say it, but they can't back it up, I doubt. Yeah, I don't know. Stokey said, unfortunately not displayed, but in my bedroom was a friend I thought was a friend, told the police I had a gun, but I definitely don't. Ring up a solicitor or something and ask them what their advice would be. UK Lion said, nice, mate. Not played Metal Gear Solid 4. I'm playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Ah, right. Right, see this? I've not played it yet. Right. I don't know how good this one is, but this game actually features about 4 weapons that I designed. I didn't get no money for it. They basically nicked my images off of Google. Oh shit, what have I done? Hang on. I've accidentally opened another fucking web browser over the top of this one. Well, I'll shut it in a minute. Can't see nothing at the minute. Right, back. Yeah, that's got a couple of my weapons in, basically. They said normally I put the stock under my arm to prevent injury when I'm using the high power rifle. They said, talking about machetes, there was a nutter trying to hit someone with one in Bournemouth Square the other day. That's not that far from me. I'll take my stick out of me when I leave the house. Yeah, exactly, Zed. Exactly. That's it. Lord Flashlight said, I'd be raging if they took my crayons and Action Man colouring books. Exactly. Don said, I think a friend would take an accidental push that flight of stairs over that shit. Exactly, John. Exactly. Jake said, I will, and it's not going to stop me from using that firearm. That did the damage. Just means I need to be more careful. Well, exactly, Jake. Alex says, has anyone else seen the video of the 2 lads fighting each other with zombie knives and machetes? Disgusting. even as their kids in the background. I think I've seen that, yeah. Rex, how you doing, mate? You all right? I'll be honest, I don't really watch a lot of that kind of stuff, but I think I have come across that on Facebook or something. Did anybody watch that film the other day I was mentioning? Persia, are you on? Did you watch that film I mentioned the other night? And I found out why Stu wasn't on. He's been ill all week, he said. Jake said, some of my weapons are military, including a few from the UK. Oh, nice one. What you got from the UK? Anybody watching who wants to support this channel, they can, by the way. For those who don't know, YouTube is essentially my only job, and I've been demonetized for fucking years. Don't get no money from YouTube, and it's basically how I make a living. So there are ways to support if you want that help me. Right, I'll try and get on there. Help me make some of the things you see me make, so I can buy the parts, buy the tools, stuff like that. If you ever did want to support me, this is how, and the link for this is in the top of the description and will be in the chat, and it'll be put on by someone called Nightbot. I'll see you in 30 seconds. Right, I'll be back in a second. There you go. Goodbye, Charles. Yes. This is just for the trolls. You'll never beat me on here.
The most powerful man in the universe.
Best get fucking sub in. Where am I? Yeah, if you want to support me though, get supporting. Did anyone put the link on for me? Exclamation mark support. Jake said an SA-80 bullpup and a few sniper rifles, shotgun pistols. Nice one. That sounds great. Sounds very good. I'm glad that makes you laugh. Mother, you're right, mate. It's an evening, mate. Do you want the Mankung Spectre from Mankung? I don't know which one that is, actually. Let me look it up. Never seen that one, mate. All right, yeah. Not personally. You know, I'd have it if it was you know what I mean? I wouldn't say no to any crossbows, but yeah, buying it personally not. Malk's offered me another. Malk's not his new little one, not his pistol compound bow crossbow, but he's offered me his big one that Bad Fella gave him because I think he don't use it. At the time, I said I don't know because I don't use mine either. Problem with the £175 compounds, they're very powerful, and even my garden of backstops ain't quite good enough. Go through the bolts really quickly. So if you see me going out, I'm chucking bits of paper behind my back. So yeah, sorry if people suddenly can't comment, but I've had to put on the subscribe for at least a day mode. Khalid said, you ever done any clay pigeon shooting? No, I haven't. I've done a little bit of shotgun shooting. Fuck's sake. What's going on tonight? What a strange nutters on here. Sorry, Khalid, I wasn't talking about you. There's someone put a comment on you might have seen below you. No, I've done a bit of shotgun shooting. I've shot a lovely 410 shotgun. Maybe I'll have to put the subscribe mode on a bit longer. A lovely 410 shotgun. If that bloke hadn't had such a weird name, that was a perfectly acceptable comment. 410 shotgun with a silenced barrel. And the whole entire barrel is a silencer. Yeah, really interesting little gun. Very quiet because it's 410. You know, if you put subsonic in it, subsonic cartridges in it. So it's a Netflix has a new set of He-Man. He-Man dies in the first episode. Shame, really. He never got the chance to buy a pair of trousers. Is that a real spoiler? I've heard it's not very good, though, Zed. A lot of people was, yeah. It's still like murdering people's nostalgia, like usual. You think it's going to be something really nostalgic for the old days, and then it's some fucking modern fucking rip-off that makes the trailer look like it's, you know. Khalid said, are those air pistols on the wall? I answered you earlier, mate. No, they're not. Like, there's a couple of air pistols. So the shotgun at the top is a deac. The one below that's a deactivated. The one below that's a deactivated. The Spaz 12 and the M4 are BB guns. The one in the middle of it is a deactivated gun. And then going from the handguns from this side to this side, you've got air pistol, BB gun, air pistol, replica, air pistol, replica. Behind me there, air pistol, replica, air pistol. Alex Saint said, I'm going to head off, mate. See you, everyone. Are you streaming tomorrow? I'm not 100% sure at the minute, Alex Saint. Cheers for coming on, by the way. I appreciate it, mate. I'm not 100% sure because I heard someone saying about drinking tomorrow, and I might do if they say, but no one's actually mentioned it yet. Again. So I might ask him later. But there's a small chance I might not be on at all tomorrow, everyone. Yeah, see you later, Alex. Good night, mate. Fladgy said, yeah, them 410 hush bars are brilliant. Yeah, they're lovely, aren't they, Fladgy? Yeah, my cousin, when we go shooting, not very often. I could probably go once a week if I wanted to, but I can never be asked. Yeah, absolutely lovely gun to shoot, aren't they? Oh, those guns real, exactly. I even shared him the video. He must not have watched it. Billy Sykes, how you doing, mate? Good to see you on. I ain't seen you on for a while. 83 air gun and said, what's the Spaz 12 like? It's cheap. It's all right. It's not an expensive one, though. I think it cost me nearly 100 quid when I bought it, though. From a gun shop down the coast. So I had to walk around the seaside with that in a plastic bag. And I did. This was years ago, though. Absolute years ago. Yeah, that was one of my buy it from a seaside gun shop sort of purchases. But I always wanted some kind of Spaz 12. You can't get a DAC of that would probably be £2,000 or £3,000. And a decent one might be 200 or 300 quid, even a BB gun version. That's like a low. It's all right. Put it that way, it's all right. But there's something wrong with it, and it's so weak that you can shoot. You can shoot a piece of paper, it won't go through it. But I think there's something faulty in it. Khalid said, "What do you think is cooler, double action revolvers or single action?" They're both cool in their own way. I do like a modern revolver. Modern revolver's lovely. Double action modern revolver, lovely. But single action army, lovely gun. Really classic cowboy gun, isn't it? So I only watched the first one, and Skeletor dies as well at the same time. That's enough for me. 2 main characters killed off in the first episode. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Yeah, if you watch the trailer, it makes it look like it's an actual like He-Man thing. Sorry if everyone wonders why the fuck we're going about He-Man, but well, I know why, because I put that little video on. But yeah. That's it. Found a M249 gel blaster on eBay, 170 quid full size. Yeah, do you know what? I'd never really looked into the old gel blasters, but yeah, till Liam said last night, you can get like fully black versions that are as good as for looks as good as that. Yeah. That sounds good. And also, they're technically legal to buy, aren't they? Because it's only BB guns that you need a VCRA, sorry. Pojo said, I actually watched the whole thing, Zed, and it was not bad. Quite enjoyable, really. Gary said, the UK is weird. Freeze a cucumber, and you carry an inoffensive weapon. It's all about 10. Exactly, Gary. Yeah. Yeah, as soon as you say something is, you could literally have that, and if you say it's for self-defense, you have an umbrella, and if you say it's for self-defense, it's you've committed a crime, isn't it? What's my favourite knife? In general, or one I own? Because that would be very hard to say. I do like the Fairbairn Sykes fighting knife. I like trench knives, but I ain't got none of them because they're illegal to own. Some of the Bowie knives I made, I was really fucking happy with them. I've made some really nice Bowie knives I'm really fucking proud of. Maybe some of them. It depends. All depends what mood I'm in as well, or which one I made last. Dumble Sabu said there's a YouTube video of an Australian guy who bought a gel blaster instead of a dildo. That said, I have heard they're covered by Yukara, as most UK sell them in jazzy camos, not black. Right, I'll be honest with you, mate. I don't know. So maybe there's shops selling them unintentionally, not realising. But I ain't got a clue. The only person I'd know who'd probably know about that is Jumbo Sabu. Khalid says, is it legal to shoot air pistols in your back garden? Yes, it is, yeah. As long as you have a proper backstop and know if a single pellet goes out of your garden into someone else's, you get nicked. John said, sorry, had a debacle on Discord in the chat I moderate. Spicy contains a racial slur we banned. So we can't say spicy chicken sandwich without our filter getting pissed and banning for us. That's partly, that's a similar thing to why Zed couldn't put a comment on earlier. He wrote a comment, it didn't come up. So I've had to block certain phrases and shit just to stop having to talk about certain things. Gab said, do you know if black powder guns are legal in the UK? That's another one. I think, I'll be honest, I don't really know, but I think black powder guns can be bought without a license, but most places won't sell you the black powder unless you've got a firearms license. And I think technically you don't need one, but I may be wrong about that. But yeah, most places won't sell you it. Richard, Mike, a bit random, but in my feed I saw a video of an official Sonic account having what's that? Peach, the cam girl shilling the Sonic series. Oh, is that just a name? Like St. Peach or something? The cam girl shilling the Sonic series. Strange choice of promotion for all the age games franchise. That's bizarre, isn't it? Yeah. You wouldn't, if you were going to pick someone to shill Sonic, you wouldn't pick like a cam girl, would you? No, I totally agree. Because my nephew and niece are well into Sonic. Scout, I don't do any of the COVID chat on here because it just causes too much bother. So no offense if I don't answer that. I'll bring him back for now because I don't think he was aware that I even removed the other comment. But we don't really do any sort of COVID talk on here. It just brings up too much shit. Well, no matter what you say, turns into like a shit fest. Liam said, finally on now, was having a shower a bit earlier, so missed the start. Nice one, Liam. But Scout, you can comment again. Jumbo Sabu said, link sent via email regarding said gel blaster. Nice one, Jumbo Sabu. Riggs. Liam said, they are legal, but normally need a section 1 or 2 to be shot. That's it. Yeah. I'll be honest, I know nothing about black powder stuff. So I said black powder firearms are legal, but you need a license. You can't carry them, of course. Khalid said, what got you into collecting? I like because I find weapons beautiful. I've just always been into weapons and stuff, Yeah. weapons and all that kind of stuff. Just as a kid, just always, you get toy guns move on to knives, just all, and it just progresses. Maybe I never grew up. John Kenny said, I'm about to restore another replica gun, a two-barreled revolving pistol. Nice one. That sounds very nice. If I said I wouldn't even know where to buy black powder. No, neither would I. Liam said, as Flazzy said, the powder is probably hard to source even with the right papers, and modern guns use smokeless, high-pressure powder. Missed some of that. Let's just say that. Am I seeing comment? Am I missing comments? Everyone else can see. Yeah, just looking at my emails quickly. The fucking amen. Like sake, Reeves. I didn't expect you. The fucking a fucking gel blaster that's the handles the shape of a pair of balls. I thought you were on about the legality of them. Richard, think they're just looking for channels with loads of followers who are in the Sega price range for advertising, and they don't care much about the relevance. I suppose you're right there, actually, Rich. Yeah, that'd be what it is. Did you not see George Sprath mention how much he charges for a video? Saw a video recently where he said how much he charges for to do a review on something. Well, I suppose he can. He's got the money for it, but Kalita, got to thank you for all your time. Nice one, mate. I'm glad you appreciate it. They said a gun shop could probably order in the black powder for you, to be honest. Liam said, mine came today. I've got a video done on it next week. I'm assuming the gel guns are newer than the VCRA, so it ain't technically listed. Welsh Dan, how you doing, mate? You right? Cannot work out where half these. I've got it on live chat, haven't I? Am I missing some comments or something? I don't know. Jumbo Shaboos. Trouble is with that Willy gel blaster, Mike, is that once it's discharged, it takes 15 minutes before you can reshoot. Fuck's sake. I thought you were sending me a fucking video on the legality of gel blasters, and I fucking look at it, and it's a fucking cock-shaped fucking gun. It's even fucking flesh-coloured. And the handle's the balls. Well, Stan, have you been up to lately? What have you been up to lately, buddy? Not a lot, in all honesty, Dan, because I ripped a fucking stomach muscle. It's been a fucking nightmare. Keeps coming back really easily. Actually, Timbo messaged me. Timbo66 messaged me about something he could send me to help out with it, and I've sent him an email saying I'm very, very fucking appreciative of that. Yeah, so thank you, Timbo. I don't think you're on, are you? But yeah. Yeah, not a lot, in all honesty, mate. Not a lot. Dusting around. Lord Flash said, George is such a shill. Just about the money, it kind of bugs me. He slates other people's works and then laser beams and criticises in his comments. Oh, it's a shame, really, isn't it? Tyre, how you doing, mate? Flazzy said, what even is a gel blast? In all honesty, I'm not really sure. I think, essentially, it's a BB gun that instead of shooting a BB, shoots a little ball of gel. Is that right? I don't know. John Kenny said, ever try many YouTube horror films like The Slaughtered Lamb and The Voices in Your Head sounds? I haven't, but I think I've been recommended things like that. So I've seen little bits of them. And I do like those sort of short homemade horror films. Yeah, they're good. Scout said, why is Tumbo not making any videos anymore? Not sure, mate. If you want, I could message him. He does watch these occasionally, though. I think the last time I asked Tumbo, he'd been ill for a bit. Then he was moving. He moved house. And then he did an update. I think he may have just got out of it, if you know what I mean. There may be no reason other than, sometimes you just get out of it. You just not grow out of it. You just, you know what I mean? Scout. So, I could ask him if you want. I might be able to message him from somewhere. I've got his email. Sometimes when you mention him, he pops on because he's watching. But I don't actually know. I've been talking to Jack Strike a little bit lately. He got hold of me on Facebook. He's got like a secret account on Facebook, like an anonymous one. Liam said some companies even do Nerf-looking ones. I've seen them, yeah. But I might as well get real ones. Yeah, if you're going to... They're worth... The gel blasters, if you can get a realistic-looking gel blaster and it's cheaper than getting a BB gun, it's probably worth it, isn't it? Liam said, yeah, the ammo for them is super cheap, about £10 for 1,000 pellets. No flash up there. Gel blaster is what she nicknamed my sausage casserole. Fuck's sake. Zed's now, for fuck's sake, I now have a vision of Jumble Sail Boo and interloper. As an interloper, stark naked, wanking furiously. Give me a minute and you're done for. Fucking hell. No, it is at an interloper, isn't it? Not as an interloper. Thank you, Dan. He said, not good. Hopefully you feel better soon. This has been ongoing for about 6 months. The cunting thing is I'm having to be very careful with what I do. Even today, I pulled out a chair. It was a heavy chair because it was a fucking electric reclining chair. And that's made me get a little twinge in my side. Richard, Mike, you've seen those silly string Spider-Man gloves for kids. I'm surprised the company hasn't tried making realistic looking guns that shoot similar silly string. Oh, yeah. Surprises you, innit? Yeah. Liam said, basically, for anyone wondering how they work, you fill a little bottle up with water, pour a sachet of balls in, they expand over a few hours to be full size. You then pour them without the water into the gun magazine. Right. Yeah, I did not know that. Tyre said, anyone seen that worrying Daily Mail article? No, what is it, Tyre? Let me know. You can email me if you want. Do you want to see what my email is? And you can email me it. I'm up for that. He said, Liam said, some of them have bottles that screw onto the gun. More expensive one, use actual magazines though. As I said, mind you, it would no doubt make the bugger flee in horror. I bet it would. Scout said, there's the coffee at this time, not ruining the sleep. I'll be honest with you, mate. I won't be going to bed till about 2 o'clock anyway. You know what? I can drink a black coffee about half an hour before going to bed and still get to sleep. Yeah, don't really keep me up. I don't have them massively strong though. Lord Flash said, these Orbeez like things. My kid has a bag of those. John said, fun fact, silly string is extremely flammable. I've seen videos of that. Yeah. Shooting it over candles over a fire. You're having much luck there, Zed, are you? Put that in wrong two times. Thank you, Zed. I appreciate it. Jamie, you right, mate? He said, my wife's been missing out for about a week now. The police told me to expect the worst. So I had to go back to the charity shop to get all her clothes back. Gary said, is sausage casserole a euphemism for meat and two veg? Possibly. I wasn't sure myself, in all honesty. I just have to go with these things. I ain't got time to ask questions. Liam said, was at 10 meters, so they're decent velocity. He said, but yeah, they're basically Orbeez that you shoot at people. They can still be dangerous if you hit in the eye. Saw a thing about some kid that nearly lost an eye from internal bleeding. That's a lucky up, lol. I did see. I've deleted the other one for you. No, she was having that trouble last week, wasn't you? Crypto, how you doing, mate? Looks like you can come back on. I told you you might be able to come back on now with that one. Jamie said, "Hey, Ben, Mike, any new toys?" No new toys, but yeah, not bad. I've got that bad side, didn't I? But yeah, not too bad. But no, I ain't got nothing new. Fucking hell. I won't actually. We don't do COVID talk on here, Tyre, but that's pretty bad, isn't it? If that's that's a bit fucked, isn't it? How the hell have I got 12 fucking messages? I need to get fucking replying to people soon. If people don't know why I never answer things, this is pretty much my my existence, this picture. Hope you read that. John said, John's life does not assume responsibility for property damage, serious injury, and death from misuse of silly string. Exactly. Liam said, surprised the US didn't drop silly string napalm on people. Imagine, that's right. Jamie said, I got some new toys for my museum. What did you get? What did you get? Come on. Spill the beans, as they say. That's me, that thing, you know. The amount of fucking messages I've got on everything at the minute. I'm getting way behind, more behind than normal. No, I ain't got anything new. The closest I've got to something new is I will eventually be turning this. And don't get excited, Crypto. It's not for staff, sadly. Well, sort of is. This is an extendable, got a bit of writing on it. That's supposed to say handle. This will be turned into a extendable, retractable walking stick. You can see the holes, and that's the lines where it's going to be cut. I'm also going to put some wood inside it to make it slightly heavier and potentially even stronger. Sing, how you doing, mate? You right? Crypto, I've been stocking up on supplies. I've seen it. Yeah, good stuff. I noticed Irishman is really enjoying your new knives you've been making. He absolutely loves them. Tactical said, Mike still uses carrier pigeons. I fucking do. I would if I could. That'll slow everyone down at least. Fucking emails, the bane of my fucking life. Nah, I love email and all that, but Liam, it's my fault. Keep putting my email out there everywhere. Liam said, I think the cheapo gel blasters are spring powered, like cheap airsoft. The more expensive ones are lithium battery in the stock. Ah, nice. Yeah, I'll get you. Nick, you right, mate? How you doing? Air Gunner, ain't for Air Gunner said, how's your knife designs going? Jamie said, a World War II battlefield blouse, 1942 for the, what's that, Remington? A 1940 clasp knife and a machete used in the Korean War. Nice one. That sounds excellent. Burnham said he got any zombie knife. No, zombie knives are illegal in the UK now. You can't actually legally own a zombie knife. I have nothing illegal at all. Yeah. Fazzy said, is that a crutch? No, that's not. Do you know actually what that is? A crutch would have probably been better. That is actually a extending shower curtain pole. I just wanted a steel pole that could be extended. When you search it, you can get steel shower curtain poles. So that's what I got. But in all honesty, a crutch would probably be better anyway. Lord Flassett said, forward that DM article on to me, Mike. What? Oh, it was just a COVID thing. If you want to, it was just a COVID thing, but it wasn't really nothing we was talking about, if that makes sense. It was just a concerning COVID event. But yeah, I'll send you it if you want. Let me know if you still want it. But it was nothing to do with weapons or anything, or laws or anything like that. Zed said, the problem with Mike's carrier pigeons is that Dick Dastardly gets them. That's my excuse. Singh said, I've been looking into getting a Tomcat too. I noticed a big price difference. Yeah, they are. It's a shame, really, Singh. Because they used to be 50 quid as well. But they've bumped the price up massively now. Well, not massively. I'd say they're worth 70 quid, but yeah. Crypto said, Donny B all day, tweak my versions of the design. Yeah, I've seen that. I saw that Donny B all day had commented on your thing. Oh, Royal Electrical Mechanical Engineers. I wasn't sure, mate. JBO, how you doing? You all right, Jim? More flash up to you. Send me it, mate. A lot of concerns arising in the background. All right. What is your... Let me just find your email because I can't actually remember it off the top of my head. Don't tell me on it. I'll just look in my inbox quickly because you sent me one recently, didn't you? Hang on. I think I remember which one it is. I'll be back in a second, everyone. You can still see me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got it, mate. Come up as a little flash art, yeah. Right, that should be sent to you. That should be sent to you. Lord Flash art. Lord Flash art said, yes, send me it, mate. A lot of concerns arising in the background. Zed said, but yeah, sorry. It was at Tyre. Sorry I didn't discuss the article on here, but I tried to not really do a lot of the COVID stuff because it becomes like a massive thing, and then you get this. There's people who are one side of it and another side, and you know what I mean? And it's just not something I want to deal with, really. Where am I? James said you still have to use it. No, I don't, mate. Zed said, I always thought that calling things zombie knives was a bit daft. As a rule, zombies don't use knives, and zombie teeth would be more like it. Exactly. JBO said, how's your side? It was doing pretty good till today, and I moved the bloody a heavy reclining electric chair, and it's just twinged it ever so slightly. I'm going to put a thing on my phone to silence it in a minute. I know what it's talking about. I'll tell you in a minute. It's actually quite annoying. Yeah, I'm hoping, Jim, I ain't flared it all up like fucking totally again, because that'll drive me around a bend, because it's fucking nightmare. It feels all right at the minute, but I'll put it this way. I was swearing so much, I think I said cunt twice in front of my niece and nephew. One's 5, one's 8. And normally they'll, like, if they hear you swear, they'll sort of tell you off, because, you know, that's what they're used to. So they, you know, I was swearing so much, they just stood there and just took it. Because I was moaning about the chair being broken and I had to fix it. But that was all right. But yeah, it's Timbo got hold of me today, and he's going to send me some stuff that I might be able to put on it at night. It's been all right, but last 2 nights I've noticed I've been getting a little bit of cramp in the side of my side where the muscles are, like they're cramping up at night when it gets cold. Rich said, Mike, are some of those stripper dancing poles adjustable? You could probably make an adjustable star from one of those. Make sure you watch it thoroughly. Fucking excellent idea. I reckon you do get them as well. Crypto said, I'll show the tweet design soon. Yeah, nice one. Iron Man said, Mike, out of interest, how many VHS pornos do you have? Probably more than 50. Put it that way. More than 50 still. You're flazzy. Good night, mate. More than 50, I'd say, Iron Man. There'll be antiques soon. Crypto said, I think I saw Tactical on Candle Cove. Hang on, I think I saw Tactical on Candle. What's Candle Cove? I don't know what Candle Cove is. Now, had you said blind date, you'd actually be right. Sorry, Tactical. I don't know if that was a secret or not. Liam said, obviously, at a few yards, they're very accurate. Pole sniffer, exactly. Over a distance, the spread gets a lot wider. There's no rifling. Mother said, what about shooting competition? Coming very soon. Next week, mate. Yeah, why I'm getting so many pings on my fucking phone is Malk's ex-girlfriend, or Mrs. whatever, you might as well just call her his Mrs. He still lives there. Malk's Mrs.'s sister's 14-year-old kid was robbed of his bike today at Knife Point. So that's probably what all that pinging's about. Yeah. And he's one of those, he's sort of like quite a sweet boy. He's not like a he ain't like a thug. He's like a, you know what I mean? Probably never been in trouble. And I think it's sort of shocked him and scared him quite a lot. Stokey's head off to bed. Got a busy day tomorrow. Yeah, see you later, mate. Hope you get your stuff sorted out. Liam said, isn't Candle Cove that creepy pasta children's show? When I just looked it up, that's what came up. Yeah. Mother said, find the robber and let him meet the Amish clan. Exactly, mate. Yeah. Exactly, exactly, Liam. He said, sorry to hear that, getting threatened with a knife is horrible. It fucking is, It don't matter who you are. That's not a pleasant thing, is it? Yeah. That wasn't blind dates, you. Yeah, I think that's why I was getting so many pings. I think they're talking about it in a group chat thing. Richard, could imagine the look on the postman's face when you have to sign for a dancing file. Exactly, you imagine it. 83 going, that's bad, Mike. Hope he's okay and get over it. Yeah, because it can affect, as I say, it don't matter who you are. It's never a pleasant fucking experience. But especially if you've never ever experienced anything like that, and you know what I mean. I think they said he was so upset by it, he was being sick when he got home or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, ain't very nice. Liam said, when it happened to me, I weirdly found it a lot scarier later on, thinking about what could have happened. Exactly. Yeah, it does. It's when you think about it more, isn't it? Yeah, when you think about it more. But yeah. Terry said that's why they dud them. Hope they catch the bastards. Yeah, hopefully, mate. Oh, Liam said, was just checking a video and cronied gel blasters about 250, 300 FPS. I'd missed that. That's why I couldn't work out what you were mentioning there. Free River Blades. You're right, mate. Sorry, I nearly missed you there. And hello, if anyone else is on. Nick Snyder said, not so long ago, 15-year-old kid was robbed of his bike by two grown men with sawn-off shotgun near me. It's ridiculous in my day. That's mental. That's so fucking unnecessary as well. They're even threatening fucking kids with knives. That's what makes you sick. There's probably two people in their late teens, early 20s or something, threatening basically some little kid on his bike that he probably got for his fucking birthday. Yeah, fucking cunts. And then people moan like fuck when these cunts get fucking beaten the living shit out of by someone. Fucking fully well deserving it. Right, I'm just going to mute my phone. I'm trying to think. There was a thing recently about some cunt who'd been doing all this shit and then ended up getting murdered, basically. And then his family was doing it. Oh, he was such a nice bloke. And he wasn't. He was a fucking robbing bastard. Oh, I won't keep going about that, but you get a lot of cunts who do these things and then can't handle it when they get it done back to them. Or the family like to go on about, oh, they were such lovely people, he didn't fuck off. Exactly, 83 gun of cows, isn't they? JBO said, right, off for the night, guys. Little one. All right, Jim. Good night, mate. Cheers for asking about my side. It is getting better, hopefully. Timbo said he's going to send me some pads to put on the side of it. Liam said, yeah, he who lives by the sword dies by the sword. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Grip said, "What did the robbers look like?" I ain't got. In all honesty, I don't know. I ain't got a clue. Well, no, I won't go into that. But I don't know. Iron Man said, "Mike, look what happened to the Essex boys. Good job, in my opinion. I would never buy the Killers a pint. Oh, I would buy the Killers a pint or 10. Yeah. There are some people who, as Liam said, live by the sword, die by the sword, and that does tend to be the case. If you're going to live a dangerous life, a lot of the time you do get it back, and some people who are complete cunts do end up getting, do get their comeuppance, which is sort of quite nice when it does sometimes. 83 Airgun said, Mike, did we send our video entries for the competition to you? What you do, mate, I'll explain it all when I do the thing, but what you would do, even it don't matter even if you can't edit a video. You can do all the raw footage and I'll do all the editing. But what you would do is you basically film a little intro, the 3 rounds of shooting, and maybe a clip of you shooting. You don't have to actually be shooting the target in that, but as long as you just a bit of you shooting, I'll explain all this. Now, what you do, you can edit it all together as one video and I'll edit it. I'll do all the editing anyway. Or you just upload all the clips to your YouTube channel unlisted, which means no one will see them. And then you just email me the links. You email me the links and then I download them and I edit it all together. So yeah, you basically, because it never works when I've tried to get people to send me the videos, it never works like files because they're always too big. So you basically just upload it to YouTube and I'll download them from there. Liam said, the robbers better hope Mike doesn't know what they look like. Yeah, we might have Zombot. Or we might see what Zombot look. Hang on. Or we might see Zombot looks a bit different in next testing videos. Exactly. Yeah, finally get some legs. Iron Man said, Mike, Jesus said that before weapons. Oh, no, I know that's an old saying. But I just meant because Liam had just said it. Do you know what I mean? I know that's an old thing. Gary said, county line drug mules. Yeah, could be. Really psyched. I love watching videos of bad things happening to bad people. Chris says, kind of like George Floyd did. But yeah, that makes sense. I know what you mean by that. Liam said, Jesus said a lot of good things. Shame, like most religions, a lot of the followers don't care about to be nice. Don't care about the be nice to people shit. Exactly. Richard, the thief was robbing an old guy's home. Homeowner hit the thief with a golf club, split his head, and get this, the thief wanted the police to charge the homeowner with attacking him. What bullshit. Exactly. It's fucking mental, isn't it? The description of the 2 people, there was 2 white youths with brown hair. But they're putting it all on social media now, so hopefully it might get out there and cunts might at least get his bike back. The problem is, though, it's a cunt because, even if he got his bike back, it affects you, don't it? Right, I won't fuck about on my phone. I'm going to just mute it. Anyone seen any good films lately? Don't have to go on about depressing things. God, Ring that'd be, wouldn't it? Or what? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this phone last time. I could have put it on. I can't think of the word. Do not disturb. Terry said, have they changed the law now regarding defending your own to intruders? There is the I can never remember what it's called. You can defend your own if someone's in it. It's just sad cunts like that thief tried to think they've got the right to complain that someone beat them up when they come in their house. Liam said, "You remember that guy who robbed the old bloke, had a knife on him? The old bloke knifed him back. Family whinged about how their career criminal son got what he deserved." Exactly. That may have actually been the thing I was on about, Liam, I think, thinking about it. But yeah, they always do the, oh, well, he was such a nice he was not such a nice person. What, while he was in someone's house robbing it? Fuck off. At least fucking admit what they are. I mean, such a nice family, man. Loved by everyone. All right. Crypto said, I watched a classic childhood movie, Explorers. Don't think I've ever seen that one. Let me Google that quickly. Explorers film 1985. Let's have a look, see if I recognise. Oh, no, I have seen that. Yeah, that's quite good. Yes, I have seen that one. Crypto, yeah, I quite like that one. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, the teenage boys who built a spacecraft to explore outer space. Yeah. Yeah, I have seen that one. I remember that. Yeah, I ain't seen that for fucking years. I may have to look that up, actually. Crypto, nice shout there. Yeah, that's a nice bit of nostalgia for you. What was it? South Park nostalgia berries, isn't it? But as long as you act in a reasonable and lawful manner, you can defend your own family. That's it, exactly. That's it. If they pull a weapon, then the gloves come off, and of course, dead men tell no tales. Exactly. That's it. Terry said, it's just that if someone trespasses and you get dogs on them, opens you up to prosecution. Yeah, you do have to be careful with what you do, though, yeah. Billy Sykes says, a policeman pal who trained at the same gym once told me that if an intruder is in your home and you fear for your life, you do what you got to do. But fuck's sake, make sure the wounds are in their front. That's a great fucking point, that. Yeah, exactly. Dad said, yeah, a good father, son, brother, a paragon of virtue, in fact. As long as they forget that he was a violent piece of shit. Yeah, exactly. Even, yeah, that bloke got cleared. Some of the cases where people get done is because they use excessive force in the burglary, hitting them over and over. Exactly. Zing said, probably some crackhead junkie saw an easy target. Keep an eye on Facebook, eBay. Yeah, nice one, Sing. Yeah, that's exactly what they've done. They've spread it all over Facebook. Yeah, because I shared it earlier. It's probably that. It's exactly that. And it's just some fucking cunt to see a fucking easy target. Blue Creech, you right, mate? And he said, I watched a cool 1950 film noir called The Hitchhiker. Best one I've seen in a while. All right, I'll check that out. 1953. Let me see. I may... Ah, nice. Yeah, that was quite interesting, actually. I'll try not to sneeze at the minute. Look at the Wikipedia for it. Who'll be the next victim? You. All right, yes. I got a feeling I might know that story if it's, yeah. Iron Man said, I don't care about the consequences of a battering intruder to protect my family. Oh, exactly. Crypto says, a big dog is a good deterrent and natural alarm system. Exactly. Crypto, have you ever seen Flight of the Navigator or what other ones are there? There's a film called Frog Dreaming, but it's called a different... I think it's called The Go Kids in America. You ever seen Frog Dreaming or The Go Kids? Yeah, that reminds me of the feel-good story about the Sikh bloke who stabbed the two muggers to death with a ritual knife, and he was cleared for self-defense. Basically, Sikh Charles Bronson. Yeah, that was a good story, that one, wasn't it? Yeah. Magnus, how you doing, mate? Yeah, so the shooting competition, you can use any targets, but if you really want to, you can buy the targets I use, but it doesn't matter if you've not got the same ones, because I can superimpose your targets over my targets, and then we can, even if they're bigger, I'll just ask you how big it is, work that out how big it'd be on mine, superimpose them over so they're sort of transparent, and we can still work out the scores. You see, Flight of the Navigator, have you? Let me look up Go Kids and see what the US name is. We've got different names. Yes, Frog Dreaming. It's got different names. It's Frog Dreaming. So the film goes on to several alternative names, including The Go Kids in the UK, The Quest. You ever seen The Quest then? The Quest. And it's got this kid from E.T. in it. Yeah. I haven't seen that for years, but I remember it being quite good. Flight of the Navigator is a good film, wasn't it? Who's seen that? So I'm changing the subject now. What's sake. Only so much depressing shit I can talk about for it's not depressing, but you know what I mean. Tactical. Anyone seen the movie which I was in? Here's a clue. Hey, you guys. Fuck's sake. I've seen the 80s movie Brat Patrol. Never heard of that one. Never heard of it. Brat Patrol. No. Looks like she's got some reasonably famous actors in it, though. Yeah, exactly, Liam. Yeah, which one? Flight of the Navigator or the Go Kids? Because both of them are quite scary. You know, I remember the beginning of Gary said it has the girl from Sex and the City. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yeah. Liam says sometimes the weird ones that get you despite being dark as fuck, like Captain Scarlet. Yeah, there's a lot of good sort of kids things. It was quite scary for what they were. Flambeau said, love the videos, man. You need a Stanley knife for that collection. I got Stanley knives. I got loads of Stanley knives. I ain't got one in here, though. But I have got a good collection of Stanley knives. Super 8, I've never watched. That's reasonably new, isn't it, Zed? That was Steven Spielberg, wasn't it? Yeah, I've never seen that one. Cloak and Dagger, not seen it. I'll tell you what, the last film I bought myself for about £2. I've never seen it. And I think someone mentioned it in a stream. So I thought, fuck it, I'll just buy it on eBay. It's only going to be like £1.50 or something. And it was, because it's old. No spoilers, though, because I've not actually watched it yet. Young Sherlock Holmes was good, actually, yeah. And that's quite dark. I look more like Team America. What I was holding up? Or something else. Oh, the best one. There, yeah. Sorry, yeah. You mean yeah, Captain Scarlet. You're off, Rich. Good night, mate. See you later. Liam said there's a bloke who did a load of uploads on YouTube called Captain Scarlet is for Kids or something like that, and it's just compilations of the puppets dying. Yeah, there's Captain Scarlet's proper fucking dark. I've watched some of that and thought, oh my, how the fuck did they? You wouldn't see that nowadays. Mum said from time to time I have small slugs. Is that? Yeah, slugs problem outside, not slags. I shoot them with a plastic salt gun. It's like shooting someone with incendiary shotgun. Oh, do you mean slags? You have little slags outside your room? I don't know. If I had little slags outside the room, I'd probably invite them in. Not shoot with a salt gun. Liam said, got mixed feelings about Boondock Saints. No spoilers. Some good bits, but it's a bit overrated. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I know nothing about it, but because it was like $150, I thought, fuck it, I'll just buy it. And then I'll know if it's as good or as bad as people say. But it does look quite weird. Like, a bit, you know, small slags. You know what I mean? He got small slags outside his room. I'll be getting him in on the vodka. Small slags getting in on me vodka. I'll buy an extra bottle for him. Terry said, first film you watched at cinema. In all honesty, I've not watched a lot of. I've only been to cinema about 10 times, maybe. First film I ever watched in the cinema, I think, was The Jungle Book when I was about 10 or something. I don't know. No, I was younger than that, about 7 or 8. And then I watched Hook, a bit older than that. It was one of them things that when I was a kid, we never used to go to the cinema, same as going to places like McDonald's and that. I've only been to McDonald's about 10 times in my life. It was just something we never did. Or takeaways, shit like that. Hook, and then one time I watched Mr. Bean when I was about 18. Find out when Mr. Bean came out, and I'll tell you how old I was. Mr. Bean film. It was in the cinema, so it must have been new. So, 1997, so I was 17, completely pissed out of my face in the day watching Mr. Bean with my cousin and her husband, who was also a pisshead. Yeah, can't remember half of it. Yeah, and then most of the other times I've been to the cinema was the last 4 or 5 years going, when my American mate come over, we'd be bored in the evening, and on the evenings we didn't want to go to the pub, we'd go to the cinema instead. Like 5 or 6 of us. Princess Bride, I've heard of that. So I said UFO was pretty dark. I think I've seen that one. Aliens kidnapping people to use as spare parts. Someone died in every episode. I remember that. In the end, they showed it late at night. Fuck's sake. Dad said, now that would make an interesting Wendy House stream. Mike versus the small stags. Definitely. I think that would get deleted halfway through. Liam said, an episode of Captain Scarlet really scared me as a kid. The Mysterons replicate the surgeon and use him to assassinate people and sedated. Made me fucking scared of doctors. Captain Scarlet's very dark. Yeah, Terrorhawks. I tried to watch Terrorhawks recently. I was going to buy it on DVD because I remember Terrorhawks as a kid, Buzz. Yeah, that was fucking fucked up, Zelda and all that. Really weird program, Terrorhawks is. John said, I love to watch ID4. I love to watch ID4 in the cinema. It wasn't the same on TV. And second one, what is ID4? I'm missing something there. That's a Zelda was scary as fuck. Now, surgeons are butchers who prefer human flesh. Terror, I'll have to look that up. I'll look on there for Terrorhawks. I watched some on YouTube. It was fun. It in a way. I don't know. I couldn't get into it again. It was doing my head in when I was watching it. I think it's just too fucking freaky. Fucking Zelda and that horrible, horrible fucking things. Oh, Independence Day. Nice one, mate. Yeah, I wasn't sure what it was. All right. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Cheers, mate. I've not seen many films in the cinema. I've seen, some of them I can't even remember what they're called. But I did see It, Chapter 1. I saw the last Rambo film. I saw that weird film called Mother. I watched some weird assassin film. Grips, and also Jim Varney used to host his own children's show called Hey, It's Ernest. Bill Sykes said, I used to stay up late night and watch the old Hammer horror. Yeah, that's it. The old Hammer horrors are good. Yeah, that often comes up on here. There's a Pingu versus the Thing is the creepiest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, Bad Taste was the best 80s only film, 100%. I actually must have seen Bad Taste at least 100 times as well. Magnus, I don't know what you're writing there, but hello, mate. I hope it's nice, whatever it is. Names are basically corpses are dug up for spare parts. The sickest are sent to be processed, but conversion process kills most of the people. Oh, what that in the spare parts? What Zed was on about? Liam said, one bit, a girl comes home after a failed conversion crying to her dad before she dies. Does anyone remember Appointment with Fear? I've heard of that, but I don't know what it is. I ain't sure, mate. I ain't sure. But yeah, that was the last film I bought. I just bought it because it came up and I thought I'll just buy it. It's cheap. I mean, yeah, I'm a Derek and Derek don't die. Krylon, you right, mate? How you doing? May have to go and have a slash in a minute. Fuck it, I'll just go now. What do you want? Advert or intermission? I'll give you an advert. So, and you're going to have a bit of silence afterwards. I don't think I'll make it in 30 seconds. If you want to support this channel, you can. Here's how to. There's a link in the description. There's a link in the chat. Help me out. I want to see a donation by the time I come back. There's the fucking video. Can't find it. See it in a minute. See you later, Crypto, if you're going off. Gary Christian said, you did not shoot that green shit at me. What's that from? Crypto, have you seen the 80s remake of Invaders from Mars? I think I have, mate. I think I have. Terry said, films on Friday night. Dracula, Mummy, and the rest of them. See you later, Crypto. Mother said, Mike, you should learn the makers of The Walking Dead. Something on crossbows. So maybe I should. Maybe I should. Pissy fingers. Read it twice as well.
Don't have to take this abuse much longer.
Dad's going to get a coffee. Yeah, I could teach the people from Walking Dead a thing or two about crossbows. Isn't that bloody series finished yet? That is Jaws. Yeah, it's him saying he's saying I can't take this abuse much longer. So what did you think of the new video I made? It's good, but it's got the stroke face on again. So I think I'm gonna have to do you a nice close-up screenshot. Persio's done a video of me as Clint Eastwood. I don't know if it's just Clint Eastwood. Is it just Clint Eastwood? Or is it putting my face on some of the others as well? But I know it's definitely Clint Eastwood. Yeah, I heard the line, but first time I was watching The screen. Ah, right. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You need a decent sort of decent full on, front view face picture. Yeah, I'll upload it quickly, but just beware it might make the chat go funny, the video go funny again. Right, so there may be about 30 seconds worth of stuttering. Let me know if it goes funny. It's on already. Right, here you go. Actually, no, that does look a bit like me, don't it? I can never tell. You're spoken, it's just doing like that bit. Do you think that, can you tell that's supposed to be me? Because I can never tell. Alpha Hale, you right, mate? Terry said, are BB guns good any good? It depends what you want them for. I really only buy BB guns for if there's a type of gun I like the look of. I've always wanted some kind of M4, but I can't afford to buy a DIAC M4 or anything, or like a air rifle M4. So you can get a cheap BB gun. They're all right, but they are what they are. Stroke Clint. I think I need to get you a good picture. I'll do, Persia. I'll look on my Facebook page and see if I can find a nice a good straight on picture for you. It is a good app though, and it's funny as fuck, some of them things. I think the initial picture wasn't all that good. Because I barely recognise myself. Here's the other one.
Are you not entertained?
Fuck's sake. Yeah, I'll put it on before you even ask, Peach. They are a good laugh, though. I do love them things. Yes. Are you not entertained? I fucking hope you are. I must admit, I do like them. I like being able to do those videos because it's a good way to sort of change the subject or change the atmosphere of, if the chat's getting a bit sort of whatever, you can whack one of them videos on, completely change the atmosphere. Just give me a 30-second break at least. Fuck's sake. Sean said, have you still got your brand? What happened? I had to sell it in the end. I can't remember why I sold it, but I think I don't know. It was either a dental issue or something, but I needed some money, or maybe, I think it was dental. I can't actually remember, but I sold it to. Weirdly enough, it was sent through because I always find it bizarre. It was sent to some bloke through Parcel Force in a great big box. A bloke who wanted to buy it for his kids to play with. So there's some kids probably playing with my brain gun now. So that's a tactical part. Yeah, it seems to be getting better. The swelling's gone down a fair bit in my foot before you say anything. Yeah, the videos are good for changing the atmosphere. I didn't even play this one while Crypto was on either.
Yeah. Look at that. It just knocked the dirt off.
There you go. And I just accidentally preempted you as well, mother. Yes. No, he's not been on. He's been in the chat, but I ain't played one of his videos today. Don't be turning me into Britney Spears. That would not be getting played on here. For fuck's sake. I dread to think what that would look like. All I can think of is fucking, what's his name? Oh, Kenny Everett. Kenny Everett, that'd be, wouldn't it? Dirt tactical. Can't believe that. It's tactical. That was tactical, encouraging him. I said, Persia, stick him up Pamela Anderson. Tricky wank challenge. Don't you encouraging him. So I said, if you want a gory sci-fi, I think Evil Aliens has to be in the running, despite it being sort of a comedy. Yeah, I've got Evil Aliens, actually, Zed. That should be up there somewhere. Yeah, I've got Evil Aliens. That's pretty good, isn't it? That's pretty good. It's English. Got, what's her name in it? I can't remember her name now. Emily Summit. Is it Emily? Or something? I can't remember her name now. But yeah. Yeah. Evil Aliens is pretty good. Dead inside, right, mate? 83 Air Gunner said, you never know, Mike. The Bren gun could have got the kids into a long love of weapons. Lifelong love of weapons. Well, yeah, that's a good point, actually. Air Gunner, yeah. Yeah, it might, yeah, in all honesty, it probably has. Because, you know, I would have loved something like that as a kid. I hope they ain't caught their fingers in it, though, because that had a moving bolt and everything. But no, you're right. Yeah, I bet that fucking did. You're off, Peach. Good night, mate. I've got a brand new combine harvester. Stop encouraging each other.
Won't have to take this abuse much longer.
Can't find my Evil Aliens. I thought it was up there. Oh, no, there it is. I see it now. Yeah, a bit too high to get that one, Jed. Otherwise, I'd get it down. Liam said, my dad never bought me anything as expensive as a Bren gun. Great dad. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you imagine coming home and his dad bought you a fucking Bren gun to mess around with. It'd be excellent, wouldn't it? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, because in the end, I had to ring him up on the phone. I'd never spoke to the bloke, but I had to ring him up because that was when I got my fucking PayPal account shut down. What happened was I sold him the Bren gun, and then I got a message from PayPal saying, we suspect you're selling firearms. We're going to shut down your account unless you give us all these details. And it was ID, home address, all this weird shit. And I wasn't giving them that. I couldn't give them ID anyway because I didn't have any. They wanted a driving license or something similar or a passport. Or I didn't have a driving license or a passport at the time. So I physically couldn't give them this information anyway. So I quickly took all the money out of my PayPal, put it in my bank, rung the bloke up, and I said, I'm having all these issues with PayPal. I have got the money, though, and I'll be sending it as soon as possible, just in case he'd got a weird message saying, yeah. And I spoke to him on the phone for a bit. Stood outside Malk's, that I'd been up there. Yeah, talking to him on the phone outside. That's when he said about he'd got it for his kids. Fuck's sake. Well, yeah, a WC Gimli wouldn't be too bad. Let me send you a better picture, though. Or see if you can get one off one of the videos. You'll have to see if there's a video of me close up to the camera with both my eyes open at the same degree. Or don't I do that anyway? Maybe I don't. But I need a selfie of you tactical so I can do a Jack Sparrow. Nah, knee chance, person. Fuck's sake. I might be able to find one somewhere. If tactical keeps abusing me all night long. Joking. But no, I'll send you one. I'll send you a picture, or because I'll be honest, I'll probably just find one off of there must be a video of me closer up to the camera. You know what I mean? Mother said the only cool thing my dad bought me is a glue mouse trap. But as a kid, I was always bought toy guns, and my dad would make us toy guns and toy swords. Yeah. So I was always bought. Nah, it's all right, tactical. He said, "Sorry, Gaff." Sorry, Gaffer. Nah, so I'm joking. Yeah, but I think the best one my dad ever bought us, because we'd wanted like BB guns for a while, but they wouldn't get us some. They didn't want us having anything that you could actually shoot each other with. You know, because we probably would have. So I can't remember how old it was. It was about 12 though before I got a proper BB gun. But the BB guns my dad got us was proper decent ones. They weren't like cheap ones. They was proper. I didn't really appreciate it at the time. Well, I did, but I didn't realise how good they were at the time. There was these ones that you actually have like a cartridge, and you put the BB in the actual cartridge. And Mark had an MP5, and I had a revolver. And weirdly enough, we both spoke about it years later, and we both said that we both sort of liked the other person's one. But we're always happy with what we got. I blame the Pepsi sugar rush. Don't worry, I ain't going to send him any pictures of you. Not that I've got any, but there's that video. I've still got the I think I've still got that one stream privated. Gary said, never trust a gun that fires from an open bolt. Not much more I can add to that, sadly. Right, so I'm not going off on nothing, but I was just going to say I'll find out tonight whether I'm going to be on tomorrow or not, and then if I'm not on tomorrow, I'll put on a post thing saying I'm not on. Depends. I might just come on for an hour or something and then go out. It depends what's going on. But I heard Dan and John going on about wanting to have a night drinking. I said, yeah, I'm up for that. Yeah, Gunnar said, I saw Mark's crossbow review. Looks good. I ain't watched that properly yet. I need to watch it. I'll probably have a go on it eventually. I'll have to borrow it for review. I think Mark said he might even speak to Matey about, sending me one. Because I may have spoke to the bloke, but you know me, all these things get lost in the ether. And unless someone really makes me know who they are, a lot of the times I get these weird messages saying, oh, I'll give you this, I'll give you that. And I don't know who the fuck they are, so I can't say yes. Do you know what I mean? And I don't mean that as an offence to the bloke, but people just randomly messaging me saying, I can send you this. That's not enough. I can't say yes to just anyone who, as far as I'm aware, I've never even seen them on my videos. You know what I mean? Or there's no evidence who they are or what company they work for, shit like that. And I don't mean that like a piss take, because I appreciate people offering me things, but I have to know more about them. My brother's channel, Dead Inside, is this. There you go, I ain't got a link. But yeah, I think the bloke may have mentioned it to me, but Mark said he might, because in all honesty, I could probably get that bloke loads of views on a crossbow, because that's my main videos. My main, I'm probably known more for crossbow stuff now, and that's even if I put a crossbow video on, that'll get more views than anything at the minute. That and weirdly enough, walking stick videos, self-defense walking stick videos. So I said, I remember when I was in hospital once, when I was a kid, my old man bought me a full-size toy Colt Peacemaker. It was the proper-looking ammo that fired a plastic bullet. The nurses were not amused. That sounds brilliant, though. Sounds brilliant. Yeah, JJR Survival. Check that out. People often think it's me or I'm him. You know what I mean? I don't want people can't say, all right, Matt. Let's go along with it. No, I do say I'm not Matt. He's my twin brother. And it's my twin brother as well. We don't look exactly the same, because I'm, in a polite way, heavier than him. Polite way to myself, anyway. Right, I'll be on until about 1:45, I reckon. So I said, by the way, Mike, I don't think you'll be getting that crossbow off, Mark, to be honest. It looks like he rather likes it. Well, I forgot to say that. Yes, I think so too. Because what he did, he offered me a. So we was talking about that new crossbow he's got, and then he offered me his £175 compound. So obviously he don't want that anymore. He wants this little one. Attachment, you're the even one at the moment. Exactly. Mother said, what do you think about the Chinese pistol crossbows with the option to shoot steel BBs? I don't know a lot about them, but I know Rich had one, and I know Londinium Armory had one, and I think they're good in concept, but I think they're like they have a steel string, like a steel cable string, and it wears down the rails really quickly. Natural born serial killer, you right, mate? How you doing? What you been up tonight? Been up to much? But yeah, I'm not sure, Mother. I know that they're, as far as I'm aware, they're not exactly high-end things. Yeah, and they've got a fucking steel cable as a string, which that probably works for the BBs. But I think when you use it with bolts, it sort of fucks them up. But I've never used one. I wanted to get one, though, because I always thought they looked interesting. By the way, my side seems all right at the minute. This is, that's a good thing. Yeah, seems to be right now. Oh, all right, Serial Killer. I should check it out. I'll see what you've been. So you have been up to something, have you? I can only imagine, mate. If anyone wants to know what the last film I watched was, it was on All 4, and it was called Fire Will Come. Fire Will Come. It's about an arsonist who's just got out of prison. I don't know how long for. But at the beginning, it shows his like file. It's just about that fat. He burnt down the side of a mountain, which had nearly killed a whole like village. Nearly killed a load of people. Probably decimated the whole side of a mountain. Gets out of prison, but it's really bizarre film. I wouldn't say it's like the best film I've ever seen, but it's interesting because it's weird. Most of the people in it aren't actors. They're actually people who live in the village, this rural Spanish village. So it's not English either, but there's not a lot of subtitles in it anyway. And most of it's just him. He goes back to live with his mum, who's been living in this little fucking. It's not a farm, but they got like farm animals and that. They got some, how they get their food. They got chickens and cows and that, and a dog. Most of the film consists of him walking the sheep around with his 80-year-old mother. But it's just really weird. It's one of those really weird films that not a lot happens, but yeah. It's only 80 minutes long. It's worth a watch, just for something different. What the chat working? Everyone's been listening. Yes, I dread to think what knowing what natural serial killer gets up to. You're going to get on that channel again that you was on. By the way, I can't remember if you said, but did you watch Polar in the end? If you did you like the 30 cal? Yes, yeah, we spoke about it, Zed. Yes, I did. Yes, and I did. Yes, yeah, it was a good film. That, yeah, I liked it because we said it needs a sequel. Do you remember? Yeah. The 30 cal bit, was that the bit where he's in not the warehouse, or it was a warehouse, wasn't it? But off the railway tracks with the remote controls, the hand controls. Yes. Yeah, I really enjoyed it actually, and it deserves a sequel. Mads Mikkelsen, that's his name, and he was fucking excellent in that. He's right. I think it's quite hard for an actor to pull off that sort of, quiet assassin, hard man, cowboy sort of role. I've seen people try to do it and they can't do it. Clint Eastwood does it excellently. Kurt Russell does it excellently. Mads Mikkelsen does it excellently. Yeah. That quiet sort of, do you know what I mean? Quiet man, but could sort of kill you very easily. I've seen people try to do that sort of character and they can't do it. You have to have a presence to be able to do that. Mads Mikkelsen, excellent. Hobo with a Shotgun's good. Yeah, I've seen that. That gets mentioned nearly every time, I think, when we mention certain films. Yeah, Hobo with a Shotgun's good. Yeah, Rutger Hauer. That's an hour, right? I remember now. I wasn't really with it last week. Nah, it's all good, mate. Yeah, no, I've really enjoyed it. But yeah, I think we mentioned that last week, didn't we? I think last Friday. Can't remember what I watched it. Oh no, it was on my computer. Yeah. What's that from Liam? Summon the Plague. But yeah, it's quite hard to pull off that kind of character. I've noticed people try to do it and they just can't do it. He's probably quoting a film I watched about a week ago. I can't remember. Hobo with a Shotgun. There you go. I must admit, I have actually only watched Hobo with a Shotgun once. Definitely can't remember any of the quotes from that one. You know me, I could have watched the film 50 times and you could quote it. Unless I watched it recently, it just goes straight in my head. What was I going to look up then? Fuck this. I was going to look on my computer, see what films I got. VFW. I have got that one, Zed. Right. Films and TV. I'll tell you what I got recently. But I have got that, definitely. I've got so many films, it actually takes the fucking folder about a minute to load up. Tell you if there's anything of interest that you might be interested in. I got a Western called The Sister Brothers. It looks quite good. Willy's Wonderland. VFW, The Wolf of Snow Hollow, The Barbarians. Yeah, there's loads on there. Dead Inside Ricky from Training Hot Boys. That's that. I forgot about that. Till you just mentioned that. Yes. Yeah, I remember that now. I completely forgot about that. Yeah. They said, now you should watch VFW. Yeah, I know I mentioned it last week. I'll have a look how long that one's on tonight. If that's not too long, I may watch that after the stream. But chances are I might leave it till tomorrow in the day. I might just have a day of sitting about. If I have gut problem tomorrow, I'm going to sit about doing nothing tomorrow. I've warned them here. I said I don't do a fuck all tomorrow if my stomach hurts because of some prick breaking that chair. And now I've hurt myself doing it. I ain't doing nothing tomorrow. Probably fucking will end up doing stuff anyway, though. And I can't leave my mum to, she can't hardly walk. So it's an ideal threat, really. Oh, well. MILF Taker 7. I got that on VHS. Yeah, I'll have a look how long it's on for, Zed, and then I might or do you know how long it is anyway? Let me have a quick look. I've got to load that bloody folder up again though, fucking 5 minutes. Terry, I have not seen that. Outdoors Addictions, right, mate? He said, what's up, brother? Yeah, right, mate. Hope you're good. Just looking up a film, see how long it's on for. That I might watch later. VFW. That is on for an hour and a half. I've still got Brotherhood of the Wolf as well. That one's long though, isn't it? I think I've got like a long version of that. It has one of your favourite actors in it. I remember. Yeah, got a couple in it. I know Vincent Cassel's in it, isn't he? And no, was it Jean Reno? I think they're both in that one, aren't they? So maybe there's two. Right, what am I doing? What you at today then, Outdoors Addictions? You going out tonight? Do some fishing or not? Snowden on Joe Rogan. I've not seen that, Terry. No, I know who Joe Rogan is, though. I don't think I've ever really watched any of his stuff. It's not on anywhere I'd watch it. Or is it on here? I know you can watch some of his stuff on... no, probably is on YouTube, isn't it? I know does he put stuff on BitChute, or is that someone else? Or is that... I don't really know, mate. All quiet tonight, isn't it? Very quiet. I was on YouTube, Terry. All right, I'll have a look into it. On Spotify. Nice one. What the fuck have I done on here? I've lost all my stuff. Just for the sake of it, might as well play a bit of this.
Oh, that's what we call diarrhea.
That's what you get for the quiet spells. Flandy said, how the hell do you not stay up so late? Nah, it's gone. All right. I don't know. It's 20 to 12, so it's not that late. Dr. Liam, do you still follow ALW Exploration? About a week ago, they did a old ROC nuke bunker. Fladdy said, how do you stay up so late? Just woke up for a drink. I don't know. I'll be up till about 2 o'clock. Well, I'll tell you how I stay awake so late, because I get up late. I don't have to get up until about 10:30. Yeah, so I get a nice lie in. Get up at 10:30. Go to bed I get in bed about 2 o'clock. That's when I actually get in bed. Maybe sometimes earlier than that, depends. But in all honesty, I don't sleep very well at the minute. It's hard to explain. I do sleep. As far as I'm aware, I sleep perfectly fine. I go to bed and I sleep all night. But due to, I think I've got mild sleep apnea at the minute, it means my sleep isn't fully there. So I sometimes need an extra hour. Otherwise, I'll just feel like shit all day. Liam said I did not. I do, but not spotted that one. That Warrant. Mike sent me another channel that did a basic ROC restoration that was interesting. Pumping out a flooded one, killing mold, etc. That's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, it'll give you an idea of what you might have to do. Well, yeah, Zed, I'll give VFW a go soon. I don't know if I'll watch it tonight, though, now, thinking about it. I might do, but I can always watch it tomorrow. Don't forget, everyone, there's a Q&A video on that you can put your questions on. I must admit, there's some quite good questions on there, actually. Good, I know you lot are like a bunch of fucking jokers. But, yeah, there's already quite a few good, funny questions on there. So get your questions on if you want me to answer them soon. Terry said, your brain is always waking you up so you don't choke to death in your sleep. Reflex action. That's exactly it, Terry. That's exactly it. I didn't bother going into detail because some people don't. It's too much to explain. But yeah, you never fully go to sleep because you're waking yourself up, aren't you? Yeah. I ain't got it bad. I think I got it quite mildly because when I had it worse than this, I used to feel like shit constantly. But I've known people who have it like properly bad, and yeah, they're falling asleep. But no, that's it, Terry. Yeah, I know. Liam said she must be stalking me. I was never mentioned to her I wanted an RSC post. She watches my videos quite often, though. Just doesn't comment. Dead Inside said, really enjoyed your UFO special. That was good, wasn't it? I'm going to do some more stuff like that. I need to work out what we can ask, what stories we can tell. But yeah, the UFO one's great, wasn't it? So, well, shit, lads. I'm away back to sleep. Good night, mate. Have a good sleep. Yeah, good night, mother. See you later, mate. Don't forget to get your merchandise in. Someone bought a pint. Well, not someone. GMM bought a pint glass recently. I've still got the fucking foam from a beer I had. There's loads you can get. Glasses, double-sided. Not glasses, mugs. Fucking glasses. Metallic Reality, right, mate? I won't be on for too much longer, but hello. He said, I'm just doing my first kipping in my car tonight. I was planning to go to bed. I saw this was on. So it looks like I'm up for a bit now. What are you sleeping in your car for? But yeah, I hope everything's all right. UFP. I can't. No, UAP. Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon. Yeah. Yeah. Jim came up with a great fucking slogan, didn't he? He does crack me up. He said he got a sub out of me sharing his video as well, which cracked me up as well. Electro said he's on 500 subscribers, but I'm often quite surprised because I always thought Electro would have had more subscribers than that. And Stu, SAK94, it all surprises me. He's only in like 1,000 subscribers, 1,500. I thought he'd be on like 10. Don't be an ass. Buy a weapon collector glass. That's it, Jim man. He's a good bloke. He is, old Jim. Metallic Reality said my hometown's proper. At my hometown for a proper visit with the auntie since lockdown. Oh, nice one. Oh, no, that's good. Yeah, nice. And funny thing, there's quite a few people have been mentioning that they're finally getting out and visiting people, and yeah, after not being able to see them. Liam said weapons enthusiasts aren't shared much by YouTube. Now you're right there. You're right. But Stu, I've been following for years, and every time I see he's only got like 1,500, I think, fuck me, I'm sure he had more than that. I know he deleted a lot of videos though, but that wouldn't change his subs, would it? Zed said they were always called UAPs in the UK. Yanks Pincertown. Liam said my most popular video views wise are gas masks and lighters. Oh yeah, that's a good point actually. Yeah. That's good. That's probably good. You've got a bit of a niche for that. Right, so I won't go off yet. I'll stay for a little bit more. But yeah, I'll put a post on tomorrow whether I'm on or not. Right, if I don't put a post on, I'll be on. If at some time I put a post on, but it depends on what they're doing. I might just come on here for an hour and have a drink and then go out there. And then I'll end up staying on here till 12. Liam, the good thing is I should be at 97 subs in the morning. Nice one. Terry said they were saying they might exist now. That said, Electro put me on to Steve Borg. He uses a quad like a knight on a horse. Does he really? A bit like Jack Stoker on his lawnmower. For fuck's sake. I forgot about Jack Stoker and his bloody lawnmower. Right, try not to sneeze. Metallic Reality said, I took my flick knife to the police station the other day, fired down the pin and removed the blade myself. The copper, after I asked nicely, said I could keep the handle. Ah, nice. Well, that's nice, yeah. At least you get to keep the handle. There's a pity you got to get rid of them, though, isn't it? Then inside, they definitely do exist. Foo Fighters. Oh, exactly. Well, UFO don't necessarily mean it's aliens, does it? It's just an unidentified flying object, isn't it? Metallic said, I missed the sexy flick knife sound, but better to have a handle than nothing. Exactly. You might be able to put a comb in it or something. Yeah, it's a shame. I've still got the blades for mine. All my butterfly knives and that, I've got rid of all the handles and all that shit, but I kept the blades. Because I may have actually turned that blade into a little fixed blade dagger. But the blade, you know, as long as you don't have all the parts, but I've not got the handles or anything, I've cut them up. But I kept the blades because the blade itself is just a blade. It's the whole mechanism that would make it the nice. But I kept the blades for mine so I could turn them into something else. Oh, Zed, when he's Zed about Jack Striker, especially one of his Jack boots got caught up and he went for Perla. I must have missed that one. I can't remember that one. But yeah, Jack's videos used to be fucking hilarious. Right, I better go off. It's been a good one. So it went a little bit serious for a degree. So I changed the subject. I don't mind talking about, you know, what we was talking about originally, but after a while it gets a bit too sort of deep and a bit depressing sort of thing. The realities of the world. Do you know what I mean? It's nice to have a bit of escapism in it. But you lot remember, you don't have to talk about, you know, you bring stuff up, and if it catches on, it catches on. So there's a chance I may not be on tomorrow, but I don't know at the minute. I'm gonna find out tonight. I'll message them after this, see what they're at, and then I'll just, if they're not out, I'll just stay in. I won't be drinking or nothing. Tat said, night all, look after yourselves, don't have nightmares. Thank you, Tactical. Cheers, mate. Yeah. Right, so I'll see you all tomorrow, hopefully. If not, I'll see you in the week. I'll start doing some videos. I'm going to get on it because my fucking views are down by nearly 30,000 at the minute because I'm not hardly uploading. Yeah. So I better get my ass in gear because the less videos I do, less stuff my stuff will get sent out, and then I'll stop sending it to fucking subscribers. Right. Cheers, everyone. See you later. Might see you tomorrow. Good night. Don't forget to leave some questions in the Q&A. Go and find that after this. All right. Good night, everyone. Thanks for watching. See you later.